Closed, 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 closed. This is what a virtually dead mall the day before a lockdown looks like. Closed. Michael Hill's closed. There's a few shops open around here. Kmart's open. Some of the clothing shops are open. Bed Bath & Beyond closed. Hallenstein's closed. Cafe is closed. Well, no, the cafe's open, but they're doing takeaways only. The phone shops are open. It's just absolutely crazy. It's 11 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. I mean, even on a weekday, this place should be heaving at 11 o'clock. Look, it's completely dead. The food court stands are open, but you're not allowed to eat in here. You're only allowed to take away. The clothing shops, a lot of the clothing shops are still open. Yeah. Takeaway food only available. The opticians are open till noon for order collection only. That's still open. That's still open. A few shops here are still open. Acquisitions is shut. Okay, it's not so bad up here. There's a lot more open up here, but the whole place is just completely dead. There's like no one here. Well, that's not literally true, but it's incredibly quiet. You know, you'd think I was here. You know, you'd think I was here at like 8 o'clock at night or something, but no, it's the middle of the day. And the shoe shop are open, but the nail bar is shut. The massage place is shut. I came here to see if I could still get my hair cut, but that's not going to happen because the hairdressers are also shut. $2 things is shut. Hair and beauty shut. Flight centre shut. Amazon shop shut. Shearing shed shut. JJ's is open. Professor Nail is also shut. The pharmacy is open, but they're basically one customer at a time. Run out hand sanitizer, run out of masks. There's basically one person in at a time. Paper Plus is still open. So back in the car park, there's still quite a lot of cars here, but there's also quite a lot of empty spaces. Now, I came here around about this time last week, not on a Tuesday, I think it was a Monday or a Thursday or something, and the car park at this time of day is normally completely full. You normally can't get a space anywhere in this car park, but look, I mean, it's a bit more crowded here because it's close to the shopping centre, but if you go over the back there, there's just empty spaces everywhere. This is Warehouse Stationery now, over by the retail park. I've just come up to pick up some printer ink, and there's a limit of 2 per customer. Half this side of the shop is completely empty. People have just been coming in and buying up printers and desks and stuff so that they can all work from home. So whilst we're over here, there's cars coming in left, right and centre. I think it's just starting to get busy. The Burger King over there has shut their restaurant, their drive-through only. The shoe shop over here is shut. Warehouse Stationery is open, obviously, because we've just been in there. And the warehouse is open, and quite a lot of the stores over the other side are open. Yeah, so I need to go over there now. Apparently the warehouse is actually staying open during the lockdown. I believe they've been classed as somewhere selling essential goods, so at least there's that. Right, okay, warehouse. Well, the clothing section still seems pretty well stocked. That's not too bad. All of the seems they have been out and about doing their restocking every night, which is good. So the warehouse is looking pretty well stocked. That's pretty good, but I'm wondering what the foodstuffs aisle is looking like. Everyone's buying up all the sweets and the chocolate, but otherwise it's not looking too bad. they've obviously been out restocked again during the night, so, and it's still fairly early in the day. I noticed that down the baby aisle there's some big empty spaces, and down here by toiletries there's some gaps in the shelves. You come down here, Dettol, cleaning products, hand sanitizer, all gone. Whole damn lot. That was always going to happen. This actually isn't looking too bad. I'm wondering though what the supermarkets are like. Buy some puzzles or board games, Mum said. Somehow, I don't think there's particularly much choice on that matter. Goodness me. Of all the aisles to be this badly unstocked, this was not what I expected. Okay, so back outside now, the car park is definitely starting to busy up. And I've come out empty-handed because I went in there to get some work trousers and they didn't have my size, so I'm going to have to order some online. And I also went in there to try and get some puzzles or board games, but they've got absolutely nothing. As you saw, the shelves are completely empty. So I think the only thing I can really do at this stage is go back to North City Shopping Centre and have a look in Whitcoulls or Paper Plus, if they're still open, which I'm hoping they are. I think they are. Right, so just across from the warehouse, I'm parked on the side of the road here. That there is the back of Porirua Polytech. Now, normally on a Tuesday like this car park would be full, and there is nobody here. Look at that. It looks like the Polytech has already closed, because there is absolutely no one here. Right, so I've come back to North City Shopping Centre, and this time I parked in the other car park up near the food court near Kmart. Now, it still looks pretty busy, but to get a car, even on a weekday, to get a car parking space on this top level near the food court is normally pretty difficult. But just look at these back rows. They're more than half empty, especially this back row. There's spaces everywhere. So it's funny though. I actually thought that the whole place would be jam-packed because of people trying to get the last of the stuff before everything shuts down. But already everything is abnormal because half the shops are shut and everything is just changing. I mean, I'm hugely interested in history, so that's kind of why I want to film all of this, because in 20 years time we can look back on this and say, hey, look, this is a thing that happened. So trying to avoid filming other people. So we're back in where we were earlier. Yeah. Takeaway food only available. The seating area has actually just been completely fenced off. All the table and chairs are up so that people can't use them. Absolutely crazy. The Butler's Chocolate Cafe isn't even open. Much better. Things are looking much better in Whitcoulls. It appears they've got a full stock of stuff. That's good. All their books and that. Yeah, looks like they've definitely been restocking in here. That's great. Well, much smaller store, I suppose, so it's more manageable. Okay, so I'm now trying Paper Plus, seeing what they've got, because I may decide to get something from here. I may decide to go back to Whitcoulls. I don't know at the moment. I'm just looking at what all of the different options are. Where are the games? They're over there, I think. I don't think they have as big a range as Whitcoulls does, but they might have some different things, so we'll see what they've got. I think this is it. Well, it's all nicely restocked, which is good. It's games. I don't know if they've got any jigsaws. Oh, over there. Oh, there we go. Here we go, here's all the jigsaws. Don't know if they've got anything better than what Whitcoulls has though. I can't see anything better at the moment. We'll have to see what we can get. Right, okay, so I couldn't really see anything that tickled my fancy in Paper Plus. The range of puzzles I thought was even worse than it was in Whitcoulls, and they had hardly any games at all. I just don't think they sell that many. So I'm going to try Kmart next, and maybe Farmers if I don't find anything in there. Otherwise I'll be going back to Whitcoulls. Even Kmart seems fairly bleeding quiet, which is just unreal. This is probably normally the busiest store in the whole shopping centre, and to see it this empty, even on a weekday, is just completely insane. You wouldn't normally see a Kmart this empty any day of the year. Certainly not getting close to lunchtime, which it is.
Son.
Well, they've got more stuff than the warehouse, but it's going down pretty bloody quick. So there's pretty much bugger all selection anywhere else, so I've come back to Whitcoulls, and we're just going to get, I think, the best that I can get in here, because I think they've got the best selection of stuff. So I've got a jigsaw puzzle and the game of life. Now it's 12:30. This place should be heaving with people. And look at it, it's virtually dead. Around lunchtime, people going on their lunch hour from work, this place is normally heaving. But nah, it's half empty. And tomorrow there'll be no one here because the shopping centre's going to be closed. Right, so I've just been to the McDonald's drive-through over there because I'm going to enjoy my last McDonald's for the next month, because after tomorrow the McDonald's and all the fast food outlets are all shut for the lockdown. So I'm going to enjoy my last Macca's whilst I can, and then just before I wrap this up and go home, we'll take a brief look at the car park at the train station over there, and then you can really get a true sense of the scale of what's going on here. I'll see you in a bit. So public transport is still going to be running because that's deemed an essential service, so we won't be losing anything on that. But they're going to be going over to rear door boarding on buses so that you avoid any contact with the drivers. Some cities already have. Here we are now coming up to the car park, and this is where you really get a sense of what's going on. Now, bearing in mind, I'm here on a Tuesday lunchtime. It's a normal day. I'm not here on a weekend or anything. It's a Tuesday. This car park should be full. The car park starts down there and it goes for several hundred metres that way. And normally on a Tuesday, this car park would be so full that it would be nearly impossible to get a space. And yet, look at it here, there's spaces everywhere around here. There's nobody parked in that back row, and there's absolutely no one parked past the bridge. Just a few essential workers who still have to commute into Wellington or wherever to go do their job if their job is considered essential. But it's just crazy. Like, it genuinely feels like I'm here on a Sunday. It genuinely does. Because look at it. I kid you not, on a weekday, there's one car parked under the bridge. There's one over there. But other than that, nothing. I kid you not, on a weekday, on a normal Tuesday, you would not find a single space in this car park, or you'd be very lucky to. This whole thing would just be completely full of cars, and there's just nobody here. It's just crazy. Oh, there's a train coming. Absolutely crazy. And just imagine, and I reckon that tomorrow there's going to be even less cars here, and then on Thursday, when we're properly in lockdown, even less. As people stop going to the shops. Yeah, that's a 6-car train there, so they're still running to weekday timetables today. I'm not sure if it's either tomorrow or Thursday they go on to a Sunday timetable for the foreseeable future, or for the duration of the lockdown, because there'll just be absolutely no need to run peak levels of service with everyone at home. Absolutely crazy. The thing is, it's not the panic buying or the closures of businesses or anything that I think hits me the most about this. It's things like this, walking around and just seeing the emptiness, going, this whole car park being empty at this end when it really shouldn't be on a Tuesday, or going through North City Shopping Centre and it being like walking through a ghost town. It looks like a shopping centre that's going out of business. It isn't, but that's what it looks like. It's what it feels like. It's the little things that I find the strangest. All of the lockdown related stuff, the business closures, we've been expecting this for ages, and the not being able to eat in at a fast food restaurant. Well, that's something that we've all been expecting to happen for ages. Shopping and shops closing their doors, we've been expecting that. But when you actually go out there and you actually look at a place that should be bustling full of commuters and cars everywhere and shops packed out with people, and they're not there, it's a very, very weird feeling. It really does. Already we're not even in actual lockdown yet, and already it feels like the world is just sort of grinding to a halt. I can't imagine what this place is going to look like in a couple of days' time when we actually are in lockdown, and there'll be absolutely nothing to see. There'll be absolutely no one here apart from a few people popping to the supermarket and people doing essential jobs. Absolutely crazy.